So let's say I'm looking at a cylinder, and I know the volume of the cylinder has to be 1 liter, which is 1,000 cubic centimeters. The formula for the volume of a cylinder is volume equals 2 pi r squared h, where r is the radius and h is the height. If I know that the volume is 1 liter or 1,000, then I can simply type that in for the volume. I know pi is always a number that's pi, approximately 3.14. And the radius, in this case here, I want to try to figure out what my height would be if my radius was 2 centimeters. So I'm going to plug in a 2 in for the r, and now I only have one variable in here, h. Pi is not a variable, that's an actual number. I can actually solve this for h. I actually know that 2 times 2 is 4, so all right, so I get 1,000 is equal to pi times 4, or I could write it like this way, 4 pi times h. To get h by itself, it's being multiplied by 4 and pi, so I need to divide it by 4 and pi, divide both sides by 4 and pi, and my height will give me 1,000 divided by 4 pi. Okay, so now I want to put this into my calculator to find out what the height would be here. I'm going to type in because 4 and pi, that might be the best way to do is do that number first, but I can actually use parentheses to save me some work here. If I do 1,000, and because I want to divide it by 4 and pi at the same time, I'm going to divide it by, I'm going to use parentheses. The parentheses are showing that I'm going to divide the entire quantity 4 times pi, and pi is down here, shift there, 4 pi, parentheses. Now I just did 1,000 divided by 4 times pi, and I get the height to be around 79.58 centimeters. So a height of 79.58 centimeters. Okay, so that is, if I had a radius of 2, then I would be almost a meter. So 100 centimeters is a meter. My can would actually be almost a meter tall in here, and that would be my height. Now you can calculate this for 4 centimeters, for 6, 8, whatever you want to throw in for here, solve for the different h's, and then once we know our radius, in this case here we have an h of 79.5 and a radius of 2, we can plug these values into the formula for the surface area to be able to find which one has the lowest surface area for a 1 liter bottle.